back up a little bit and talk about solar energy. What are the types of solar energy that's out there? I mean, is it just one type, and one size fits all, or?
There's a few different types. There's solar thermal, which is when you have a panel on the roof that heats up hot water. So
Okay.
the sun heats up hot water. You can use that to heat hot water for your house. If you have a radiant heating in your floors, it can heat up the water that goes through the floor in the home. That's called radiant heating.
Yep.
And those are two types right there. And then the third, the one that we deal with mostly, is the photovoltaic. And that's when the sun heats up panels on the roof, and that creates electricity.
Yeah.
To power your home.
And typically, I mean, we think of solar, we think of like a solar powered calculator that we have. I mean, does it really? It can, you can have your whole house be powered by solar panels. Is that? You
can, and it's funny because when I first thought about solar, I thought of the calculator. How harmless is that? It's
right.
just low voltage, but the modules that go on your roof are high voltage. They're generating a lot of power.
Yeah.
And the systems that we recommend are the ones that are connected to the power grid. So
yep.
you're producing a lot of electricity.
So you can, in theory, in your house, you wouldn't really know the difference.
No,
if you had
absolutely
the solar panels. I mean, you would just kind of go about your daily routine. And I mean, could you run out?
No, you can't run out, because
okay.
if you're connected to the power grid when the sun's not shining, let's say at night or a
yep.
rainy day, you're drawing power from the power grid. When I say the power grid, the wires on the street that connect
okay.
to the utility company.
It's like a hybrid almost.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So you never run out. You can make more than you use.
Yep.
And whatever you make, like let's say on a sunny day in the middle of the day, whatever you make that you're not using goes back through the wires to the utility company through the grid.
Oh.
And you get a credit for that.
Really?
So at night, when the sun isn't shining and you're drawing electricity from the power grid in Massachusetts, you get a credit.
Okay.
You use your credit. You're drawing on your credit. So you could end up with no electricity used other than what you produced.
And, correct me if I'm wrong, you'd never be without power, because if the power company, if we have a snowstorm and we lose power or something, you're still, okay, all right, tell me. I'm a novice. I don't know how this works.
Yeah, because you're connected to the main power grid, if the main power utility company, if the power goes out,
yep.
the lights go out in your house, you do not have electricity because you're connected to that power grid.
Okay.
And there are safety features in place so that if, let's say the telephone pole down the street goes down and the utility company comes out to work on it, they don't want power from your house going
back
through,
into the thing, the system.
So there's safeguards there. If the power does go down, you don't send any out, and you don't get any in your home.
All right. Well,
time.
what about this? Because I have a aunt and uncle that have a house on the beach in Mexico,
right.
And they have, there's a lot of houses, but there's no power going in. All the houses have solar panels there.
Right.
I mean, can you just be exclusively, if you don't, I mean, just solar panels? That's it.
Absolutely. That's what we call a standalone system.
Yep.
And you need batteries.
Okay.
You really want batteries because in the daytime when you don't need the lights, you're charging your battery, and then at night when it's dark and you're not producing, you draw on your batteries. The problem with that is it does increase the cost of the system,
right.
almost doubles it.
Oh,
and
okay.
Batteries tend to last maybe 4 to 5 years right now. Of
right.
course, they're coming out with better ones all the time.
Right.
So if you can connect to the grid, you're better off.
Better
but
off
if you need a standalone system like in New Hampshire or a remote area of Massachusetts, you can be completely on your own.
Well, this solar powered energy, I would guess, would be what we're going to have to do on the moon and Mars when they plan on building all these, right? Isn't like the space station powered by that
right,
or something?
Right.
I don't know. I'm such a novice when it comes to this. So
they are.
If I'm asking goofy questions, just pretend
that's okay.
I'm smart.
It's a little out of my realm of expertise, but those satellites that are traveling through space that are taking pictures of other planets and things that I've been up there for years. I believe they're all powered by the sun.
You know, it's amazing. Well, and I know
Right.
you would know a thing or two about being smart because you went through Bridgewater State College
Oh,
in
I did.
1 year. All 4 years crammed into 1 year. So, you know, you only see that on television. You know, how did you do that?
I was very driven.
Yeah?
I studied 7 days a week.
Yeah.
From 7 a.m. till midnight.
You didn't
past
go to any of their
midnight.
keg parties or anything like that?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
Didn't even dare have a glass of wine.
I know. Just a lot of Red Bull?
No, I
Coffee,
didn't dare. I was afraid
lattes?
the Red Bull would do me in, but a lot
Yeah.
of pizza, brownies, chocolate.
Hey, I'm
you
doing
know,
that now, and I'm not getting the degree. So
A lot of coffee.
this is a great thing. Tell about your business. What's Green? You know, tell me a little bit about, for the people who are listening, how they can connect with you.
Right.
And how it can be advantageous to them, because someone's listening right now and they're thinking, well, this is only for millionaires, or this is only for, someone building a house.
Right.
Talk to the average listener out there and how this might benefit them.
For the average person, if you decided you wanted to get one of these systems, you'd have a photovoltaic system put on your roof. You'd be eligible probably, and of course I'm not a tax advisor, but you'd have to check with your accountant. About a third of your cost should be a federal tax credit, and there's also state tax credits. There are rebates. The rebate system in Massachusetts is temporarily suspended,
Okay.
but they expect it to be reactivated within the next 2 months.
Okay.
So there's a lot of incentives. If you qualify for the incentives, there's a lot of incentives, and it could cost you very little.
Yeah.
And the price of a system was around $40,000. Now it's probably between 20 and 30
Yeah.
because the prices are coming down.
And people, you ask yourself, what is energy going to cost now and in the future?
Right.
What about, I can take a home equity line to pay for something like this. It's not, this
Right.
is an improvement to the house.
Right.